Frugal Chef. I want to make a meatloaf today. It's just a basic meatloaf that you can make very easily. Okay, so meatloaf, so easy and so delicious, such a classical American dish, right? So, for this particular one, we want to just make a basic one. We're going to add all these ingredients to our ground beef. We have 6 scallions, which I've chopped. I've chopped the green, the light green, and the white part. Don't be chucking away anything. That's all flavorful stuff for your meat, okay? We're going to have, this is about half a cup of chopped white onion. You want to chop it really fine. You don't want chunks of onion in your meat, okay? I have 1/8 cup of mustard. I have 1 tablespoon of very finely chopped parsley, and I have a tablespoon of oregano, which I will crumble into my meat. I have 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and I have 1 teaspoon of paprika. I have half a cup of cream, 2 eggs, and a cup of breadcrumbs, okay? So what we're going to do, of course, Worcestershire sauce. We're going to mix all this with our meat. We're going to form our loaf, put it in the oven. We'll cover it with a little ketchup and let it cook, and then we'll have a delicious meatloaf. Well, I'm just going to mix all my ingredients into my ground beef, and then we're going to form a loaf. We'll cover it with some ketchup and put it in the oven, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add my stuff to my ground beef. I've got my scallions, so add my scallions. I'm going to add my onion. I'm going to add my cup of crumbs. I am going to add my eggs. I have 2 eggs. I mean, come on. This is like playing with Play-Doh. My paprika and my garlic. All these recipes at thefrugalchef.com. Come on over. You can print them. And, that's where you're going to find all kinds of frugal, delicious, nutritious, easy family foods that everybody loves. So my parsley and my oregano. Okay. And now I'm just going to put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce into this. Give it a few drops there. I'd have to say maybe 2 teaspoons, okay? We have 1 cup of cream here, which we're going to dump in. And I have a cup of mustard. Okay, so I'm going to mix all this. I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, and then we're going to form a loaf, okay? So let me get dirty here. My hands are clean, I promise. And we will just mix it. We're going to mix it really well. And yeah, we'll form our loaf and we'll put it in the oven, and then we'll have dinner very fast, very easy. I'm gonna serve this with some potatoes and some veggies. Of course, meatloaf has to go with potatoes. Okay, so let me mix this, and we'll come back so that you can see the loaf. Okay, so I'm gonna mix this really well. I seasoned it generously with salt and pepper. Okay, and I'm not scared of tasting my raw meat, but if you are, okay, just, eyeball it. I am going to taste it to see if I need to add a little more a little more salt and pepper to it, okay? You can make this with turkey very easily. A lot of people rather eat turkey than red meat. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to make it with turkey. Another thing, don't be afraid to put all the ingredients you want in this. You can change this recipe easily. You get crazy. Add a little barbecue sauce in it, or add some jalapenos and some cumin to make it a little Mexican, maybe a little salsa. Just adapt it to what you want, and you can have all kinds of different flavors for your meatloaf. This one, just a basic one that, later on you can use as a base, and you can change it to any ingredients you want. Okay, so let's form this into a loaf now. It's nice and mixed. Okay, I'm going to taste it like I told you, so I don't know if you want to see me do that, but I am. No, it needs a little salt. So let me salt it, and I'm going to form it in a loaf. We'll be right back. This is ready now. It's nice and mixed, little red spots here that I missed. So now I'm just going to form this into a loaf. Now, typically, you have people that like to put this into a real bread loaf pan, and just make it into a loaf. I don't like to do that because I find that it dries up my meatloaf. So I would rather just form it into a loaf, and put it in the oven, okay? I will glaze this with some ketchup, cover it with ketchup, and then it's going to cook for between an hour and an hour 15. The last 15 minutes, I'm going to put more ketchup on it, and let it, I'm going to glaze it with a little more ketchup and let it cook, okay? Okay, so now I'm just going to pour some ketchup on here, and I'm just going to use my brush and glaze it, okay? Just cover it all with the ketchup, and there you go. In the oven it goes. I mean, come on, guys. How easy was that? How easy was that? So now, again, don't forget, thefrugalchef.com. You're going to find great recipes there. I promise you. You'll love them. Okay? All right, so I'm going to come back in about an hour and check this so that we can put our second coat of ketchup on it, and then let it cook for another 15 minutes. Okay? See you soon. Okay, so our meatloaf's been in the oven for about 50 minutes, and as you can see, there's a crust starting to form here with the ketchup, you know. So now I'm going to go ahead and glaze it again with the ketchup and put it back in the oven to finish it cooking. I want it to have a nice crust outside so that it's nice and moist inside, and so that's what we're being able to accomplish here with the ketchup. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put one more layer of ketchup on it and put it back in the oven. Okay, so I'll put it back in the oven for another 15, maybe even 20 minutes, and then it'll be ready to eat. So there you go, my friends, from my kitchen to yours. Eat well without going broke. I'm Marianne, the Frugal Chef.